Hello and welcome. It is the 20th of April 2017, and I just got finished playing a poker tournament. I'm going to go over on SWC. I'll be playing again on Saturday night. Now, in this hand here, this is the second hand of the game. And in the first hand, Murfell defeated the clap by having a flush over a higher one. And I'm in a situation where they don't know me. This is the first game I'm playing on this site. For all I know, most of these people are regulars. And I thought to myself, I gotta make a bigger raise in this spot. And to my delight, I was called. The flop comes ace 6-3. So I flop a set. I got nothing to worry about. So do I bet or do I check? Oh, I am not slow playing this hand, as there are not too many hands out there that are going to improve much, that are really going to like it. So if they're going to play any type of aggressive bluff off me, I knew I had to lead out. And when I seen this big raise, it's either he's got something good, he's bluffing with some sort of error, or the flush draw. And the flush draw I'm kind of scared about. So in a spot here, I think I only really have one decision, and that's to go all in and top two pair. So an unreal situation occurring. Let's move on to another hand where I am playing with ace 10 in the big blind. Murfell limps in, and I put in a raise over the top. The flop comes 10-8-5, so I got top pair, top kicker within this hand. So I really do like my situation. I'm going to lead out, get a call, and the jack really doesn't scare me too much. I realize if he's got it, you could have a jack queen, but I do want to play a little safe, a little small at this point. I'll be very scared, of course, if he makes any type of big bet. So now I really think I got the best hand now. He didn't bet, so a value bet is the situation, and it takes down the pot. Okay, moving on, we have the button whom has opened up with a min raise, and I'm holding a very bad jack 6 in the big blind position. I'm really dominating the table in chips right now. As we started with 3,000, I'm already better than double, and everybody else is less than the starting stack. But when somebody raises min, I'm like always going to call, and I flop second pair here. So they could have the ace, could have straight draw, flush draws, but I'm not going to be giving up on second pair. Now another ace comes off, and that really makes me think, okay, now is this person really got an ace? I'm going to lead out, put a bet in. Don't want to put a big one out, because I know with the stack size that I could easily get a fold. 2 comes on the river. Now we only got 869 back at this stage. And with the bet of 358, I've seen so many people on the short stack try to bluff off with a small bet. I'm thinking, do you have a pocket pair that's low, a straight draw, Broadway draw that missed? Those really were the two things versus the ace. And my jack kicker is weak, so I realized jack kickers beat me as well. And sure enough, the flush draw and pair of jacks on the turn was enough, and I ended up losing that pot. Now I have ace queen, and I raise this hand up on the hijack position. Short stack clap, who's a casual player on the note. I'm going to call that raise for sure, because I probably got you beat, and it's an easy call. Obvious, the time that it took to call was because of a little bit of lag issue, but the call comes in. It's taking a while. And there we go. So flush draw comes in, straight draw on the river, doesn't get there, and the hand wins. And this is where I got back-to-back pocket eights and pocket sevens, but they did nothing much more than take the blinds. And the pocket sevens didn't take the blinds, actually. This was an interesting hand because I realized with the stack size 1800 costing me 16 and the dead money of about 680 that it was a no-brainer call. So I had to do it. I realized if Murphy had it, but there's the queens and there's my 7 on the turn. So in order to win some tournaments, you're going to have to get lucky along the way. And I most certainly did. So in this spot here, I got a very good commanding chip lead. I come the next hand with a pair of aces. Heads up. Usually it's the best hand almost every time, most of the times. But it's a hand I'm going to want to lead out. So you get a raise here. Could have a better ace. That's definitely under concern. And I'm going to call. I'm not too concerned about a straight draw. Or really, I mean, why are you going to be playing the 4 or 5 to begin with? I know it's possible. And the options here, playing safe on the check, let them bluff it off. And in this situation here with lots of straights and flushes that are possible and a kicker that plays, meaning ace-7 has me beat, it makes it very difficult if I get faced with any large, big, all-in kind of bet. So if you want to bluff at this, it's a beautiful bluffing spot because this is a situation where if I'm holding what I am, I'm in there, a 9-8. There's no way to win other than bluffing, which probably would have got me off the hand had that play come in. Pocket aces and 10,000 in chips. Everybody else is very, very short stacked at this stage. And although throughout the tournament, I've been doing 2.5x. And so Murph is a regular. So Obama and Murph I know are regulars. And of course, this is an easy call. I mean, Murph losing again to aces to ace-6. How often does that happen twice to somebody? It did there. It did there. And for the third time, the pocket rockets appear. This is becoming interesting to get them 3 times as fast as I have. Blinds are 75 and 150. I don't need to do anything more than just a min raise at this stage. I don't want to conceal too much of my hand unless I have to. In the first hand of the game, I kind of did, but this just raises it and takes it. The tournament would then go on break. It didn't restart in approximately 57 minutes. It was probably about a 5-minute break or so. Okay, so we restart the break afterwards and got a good commanding chip lead at this stage. So everything is good. The way it works out now, 9 participants and 5 remain. Top 3 get paid. So there's 2 away from the bubble in this stage. And I got the decent amount of chips and everyone's got around 4K. So I'm the leader with the same amount. So in this spot here, you want to be very aggressive and take complete control. But really, really helping is when you flop quads. And you lead out, I got a bet. And now we got the possible flush out there. I thought about putting out, do I need to bet? Do I want to scare hands off? Do I still feel I can get an all in by checking? I think I might have made a mistake by maybe checking behind. And on the river now 4 clubs appear. So there's the bet. There's only one play and that's all in. Hoping you got a club you're going to play down. But the fold comes in and the chips continue to rise. and raising 4-6 suited on the button and not flopping too much. On the turn, however, a flush draw comes in, which is a situation you could either call, or you could put a small raise in or an all-in raise. I put a call in, and now I got a flush. So you pretty much need to have a flush other than a 5 or a 3 high one to beat me. However, after making this wager, I don't get here. I think I get a fold, and I do. Now, with 4 people left, there is a hand between 2 other people, between the Obama and Shawley. There's an all-in. And now it's going to be up to Obama to decide what to do. Thinking about it. And the ultimate, he was going to call. Obama's got ace deuce. Shawley's got pocket deuces. And this puts him on a very, very short stack. So now I got the big chips. It looks like Shawley's in really good shape. And as soon as Obama is out now, then this thing is going to be over as far as the bubble play is concerned. And this is when the bubble ends. Hits on the river after a counterfeit lead on the turn, which then puts us down to 3. And pocket tens is the first hand over 3-handed play. This player is a very good player. He's starting to change his game up, or she. Making a raise, but I got pocket tens in the big blind. And it's a hand you gotta come over the top with about 100% of the time. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. When you know their strategy, I'd be doing this with so many different hands against this player. I do it with every pair, every ace, suited connectors, and just if I feel like it based on the flow of the hands even. So there's the bet, and there's a fold. Okay, 3-handed pocket queens on the button. Simple raise to 500, and Goosely playing with about 16 or so big blinds. Flop king comes king 9-4. Only semi-concerned. You might have the king. You might not, but you can't be folding 3-handed when your opponent's got 15 big blinds. Now you got the flush draw just in case. So in a situation here, could have hit the flush, could have a king, and you could be drawing out against a king as it is anyway. But after long decision, not too much really, I decided to make the call and was locked. I guess he was drawn to a non-10 or non-club 10, and now this game goes to heads up, and it was really, really long. But we played for about 20 minutes. This player here pretty much raised on the button about 100% of the time. Well, not quite, 97% or all but once, and then folded on the button the other time. Myself, depends on who I play. If I'm playing somebody who I pretty much raise most of the time. Here's a spot where I don't like seeing the queen or king coming up too much, but I was comfortable checking there, knowing that player didn't have an ace. And I was just trying to hope that the undercard came or get a bluff off the player. But I'm going to take it to near the end. But it was a game where I ended up losing my chip lead. 20,000 to 6,000. There you can see 16,000. Here's a spot where I got pocket queens again. And I was trying to get a value bet on the river. And I think he had a pair of 9s and called me. I think he did call me with the weaker hand. This is just a river value bet situation, knowing the player doesn't have a king. Yeah, there was a 9. And winning the hand. Okay, moving on now as the antes went to 2 and 400. 9 jack. I put a raise in. The flop comes 2, 3, 4 with 2 hearts. It's not much of a hand, but you're in a situation here where you're at a point. Do you want to bluff at it? Is he going to buy you? Do you believe you? Do you believe him? And that wasn't the hand that I think I think this is one of the key hands here. I think I have king 9. He raises every hand. Do you believe he has an ace? Most of the time the answer to that is no. And now another heart comes. So this is like 100% you have to bet at this. It's the only play you can do. You don't have anything. And are you going to play out that well, right now I have a good hand with the king, but does he have the hearts? I don't think so. Does he have the possible pocket pair of 7s or worse? I thought about possible doing the hero call here. It's a tough play. This is where I like the live game, because if I'm live and I test you as weak, I can make that call any day of the week in this spot there. But now Shally has a pretty commanding chip lead. Playing a hand here where you flop a flush. But at this stage here, I don't like the check here, because if they got the flush, or if they're scared of the flush draw, they're going to want to protect. If they got pairs, they're going to want to stay in. Here's a situation with ace king. He's been raising every hand. The blinds are big. Go all in. And ace jack. Ace jack is the loser, and this would eventually end up giving me what would become the winner of the final hand. Pocket 7s, which is a hand you would consider to play at the heads up, definitely was a winner to take down the pot. And now we got queen 8. Tough decision here. I thought about it, but you know what? It's barely just on the edge of folding. Now ace 9. He's been playing very aggressive. I'm going to try to force the push. He did get the push in, so it's an easy call. 10 queen, got a hold. There's the hold. There's the win. 9-player game, which paid 4.23% of a Bitcoin with a buy-in of 1%. And I will be playing again on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, the same game. Take care.